What's up, folks? As many of you know, I was a web developer before I started my day trading. So as a web developer, I built these web-based tools that could assist me in my day trading, both finding stocks for me as well as finding entries. So I'm going to show you two tools that are available to our elite members. The first looks for stocks in a strong uptrend that are likely to continue, and the second looks for opportunities to buy dips. Combine the two and you have a pretty interesting strategy for buying dips. So I'm going to go over those with you now. So these two tools are the Enhanced Momentum Scanner as well as the Inflection Points. So I'm going to go through the Enhanced Momentum Scanner first. If you're already in the Discord, you'll know that we have a Momentum Scanner channel here. And this is just going to show stocks that are making large moves relative to how they've moved in the past. This will call out about 10 stocks a day, give or take, depending on how strong the day is. The Enhanced Momentum Scanner adds on a couple pieces. One is the relative strength. So relative strength is looking at the strength of this move relative to moves on stocks with a similar float. The RVOL is looking at the strength of this move relative to prior moves on the same stock. So combining the two, and you can get a pretty good idea of how strong this particular move is. Over 100 is a pretty sizable move. It's got a lot of volume behind it. Now there's naturally lots of volume before 10 a.m., so a relative strength of 100 before 10 a.m. isn't that noteworthy, but after 10 a.m. I really start to pay attention to this relative strength score. The second thing that we include is an after hours watch list. So this will give a grade to stocks that are likely to continue in the after hours, and I have a strategy, a separate video for trading that after hours strategy, which I will post right there. And now I'm just going to scroll through this channel so that you can see some of the stocks that were called out, what the relative strength was, and you can go back and look at the charts and see how they were moving. So pause the video as I'm scrolling through here, and you can go back and look at those on your own. And now we're going to look at the other channel, which is the inflection points. So inflection points are kind of a combination of the momentum scanner, but also the volume profile. So the inflection points are looking at stocks that are called out by the Enhanced Momentum Scanner, and it's actually looking at the volume profile and identifying points that are likely for buyers to step up or sellers to hit the bid. So basically, it's calling out an important point in the stock where the stock should either bounce or sell off. The first stock I want to show you is SEAC, and you'll notice that it was alerted twice, and that's because as the move continues, the volume profile is going to change, and the bot is going to automatically read that volume profile as the move continues and adjust the inflection point based on what it sees. So in this case, 191 was the inflection point, and that was alerted at 3:20 p.m. So let's go take a look at the chart. So here's our chart on SEAC. I've marked out the inflection point here at 191, and we're sitting at 15:20, which is 3:20 Eastern time, and I'm just going to go forward, see what this stock does. Comes perfectly into the inflection point and a pretty nice bounce as I continue on. So let's go back to the Discord and take a look at what was the momentum scanner's relative strength on SEAC. So yesterday, the SEAC alert came out at 3:15, and the relative strength on it was 109. So this is clearly above that $100 or that 100 threshold, which basically says to me that relative to other moves, this stock has a lot of volume. And with a lot of volume comes continuation. Okay, this next one is Sprb. This was actually notified a couple times. It was really strong this day. The first alert, you can see there was a couple, this one was updated a couple times. 3:58 was the final one, and this happened at 2:30 p.m. December 17th. And if we go over to the Enhanced Momentum Scanner, we can see Sprb had a relative strength of 91, so a little bit under 100. But it was enough to make me look at it, and I liked the chart when I looked at it. So let's flip over to the chart, and we're sitting right at 230 right now. This was the inflection point that it called out, so 3:58. And let me just play this forward, and this is another one where it actually wicked right to 3:58 and had a really quick bounce away, and the rest of the day was history. This thing absolutely ripped the rest of the day. All right, and the last one is Essc. This inflection point was 2030. It was alerted on December 14th at 11:35 a.m. So let me pop over to the chart This one didn't have the relative strength that the others had, and the chart is a little sketchy. We had a big 1 minute candle, then we gave it all back here. Basically, 2030 is the tipping point. If we crash below 2030, this is probably going to fail. If we can get a bounce at 2030, okay, this has strength. And we actually bounced right at 2030. The low of this candle was 2030 on the dot, and for a $20 stock, that's insanely incredible. So I just had to include it in this video. And it never looked back. After it hit 2030, it came up and pegged $26. So pretty incredible. So I just want to remind you guys that these are ideas and you should not be blindly buying these points. These are tools that I set up to do things automatically, which I had to do manually before. For example, I had to look at my scanner manually before and see what the volatility was. Now it's told to me here in that relative strength score, as well as look at the volume profile. These were things that took time away from my trading, and now I have bots that do it automatically. So if you want access to these things, they are located in the Elite subscription at diptraders.net. And with that, you'll also get access to our private chat room, as well as our scanner on the diptraders.net website. So regardless, come check out the site. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.